What's going on? It's your boy Bowie here, Bouey in the building. And I'm making this video because, I'm making this video for several reasons. One, I hadn't uploaded footage of myself playing in a while, and that's because I haven't been playing in a while, you know what I'm saying? I've been working like a motherfucker. You know, I work 2.5 jobs, as I like to say, because I got a full career, then I teach GD night classes, and then I tutor on the side. So I don't have a whole lot of time. You know, I don't have the time that I used to have for playing online. It's a miracle if I can play for consecutive days, you know what I'm saying? But so I haven't uploaded footage of myself in a while, you know. And so I wanted to get back in the swing of things. So that's one of the reasons. Two, I wanted to show motherfuckers that I'm a Sub-Zero player. I know what the hell I'm talking about when it comes to the character that I play. Jesus. When ice cloned it, ain't ice cloning, ain't that a bitch? But anyway, I wanted to show motherfuckers that I know what the hell I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I know what I'm talking about is because I play this character. See, there's always, you know, some portion of the audience that has the nerve to get in the comment section and talk about characters that they don't play. Or if they do play them, they don't play them as their main character, or they don't play them against good players. So you'll have non-Sub-Zero mains, many of whom do not even know how to fight the character, sitting there weighing in on matters of Sub-Zero. And I think that's very interesting because it's like, I appreciate the comments, of course, but you're diluting the discussion. You know what I'm saying? You're spreading misinformation, and that is some shit I cannot abide. You know what I mean? Like, when people spread misinformation, it really gets on my damn nerves. And that doesn't mean that everyone has to agree, but, you know, whatever somebody says, it should be based on facts. You know what I'm saying? And so, wow, I did not mean to do a jump right there. But anyway, so if somebody says, you know, let's say I make a claim about Sub-Zero needing buffs, and someone counters that claim by saying, well, Sub-Zero's a good character or a decent character with Chameleon. That's a factually true statement. You know what I'm saying? Sub-Zero does become tournament viable and decent/good with Chameleon. Two things can be true at the same time, you know? But it just doesn't contribute to what I was talking about. Now, I fucked that up because I was too far for my overhead. I'm like, oh, you gonna kill me with a brutal? I got you. Don't even worry about it. So I think that's interesting. But I play my character. I play this character near exclusively. Now, that doesn't mean I only use Sub-Zero. I play 8 other characters besides Sub-Zero, and I'm pretty proficient with all of them. You know what I'm saying? But Sub's my favorite. He's the one I use the absolute most. Even though I could be playing characters like Johnny Cage and Cyrax and General Shao, whom I do all play, you know. Sub-Zero's my favorite. And not only do I main him in this game, I have mained him in every single Mortal Kombat game. If a Mortal Kombat game exists, I have played Sub-Zero in that game. Period. So not only am I a sub main, I am a dedicated Sub-Zero main. I play him in every game. So I not only have this game to go by, I also have historical precedent and years of experience playing Sub-Zero in knowing how the character plays. Okay? So when I talk about Sub-Zero needing a faster ice ball, these are not just my feelings and emotions talking. This is, at this point, decades of historical precedent. In the very first Mortal Kombat game, his ice ball was fast as fuck. I would actually be very interested to see if someone ever did frame data on the arcade classic Mortal Kombats, because I'd be very interested to know how fast Sub-Zero's ice ball was. But I will tell you, it was fast as hell. You could not trade with that projectile at all in that game. It was as fast, if not faster, than characters like Raiden's projectiles, Johnny Cage's straight force ball. It was stupid fast, you know. And so the ice ball has always had a decent speed historically. It wasn't until the 3D era that it started to slow down. So once we started getting into Deadly Alliance, then the ice ball was slower and more realistically styled in speed. But the ice ball has never been a stupidly slow projectile. Never. It slowed down in the 3D games, but even then it still had a decent speed. The very first game that Sub-Zero could combo into Ice Ball was Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. And he would do string into Ice Ball, and it was the greatest thing ever, because now it's like, oh, he's not just chucking this shit out and hoping to hit people with it. We've evolved now, you know. And I'd also be very interested to know the frame data for Sub-Zero's Ice Ball in that game as well. That might exist somewhere on the internet, but it was the first time where Sub-Zero could do a string and cancel it into Ice Ball. And then in MK9, MKX, and MK11, Sub-Zero could always perform a string and cancel it into Ice Ball, because Ice Ball was fast enough not only to be used as a regular projectile that you didn't want to trade with, but it was fast enough to act as a hit confirmable projectile. This is not alien. This is not abnormal. This is very typical for Sub-Zero and has been for the past decade. Actually, it's been typical for the past decade and a half, because if I'm not mistaken, Mortal Kombat vs. DC came out in 2008, the same year I started college. It is now 2024, 16 years later. Okay? So, yeah. So this is historical precedent. Also, I've made this point a lot before. Look at the person I just played. His name is In My Doofy. He's a level 6 Grandmaster, and his ass just got smoked by me. And I'm nothing but a level 5. So all of you kumquats that sit up here talking about some, oh, I'm ready to go to Combat League, you can shut the fuck up, because making it to a certain level in Combat League does not certify you as some kind of a good player or a decent player. Because look at who is in Combat League. Okay? This brings me to my last reason why I'm making this video, and that is to illustrate this one fact. People do not know how to fight Sub-Zero in this game, and really in any game. They don't know how to fight him, because as I told you, I haven't been playing this game at all, pretty much, for weeks and weeks and weeks online. Not because of anything wrong with the game, but because the time has not permitted me to do so. Yet after being rusty as fuck, I'm able to go online in Combat League, and I can do all this to people. And what I'm doing is not particularly impressive stuff. It's not game breaking. It's very basic. I'm doing basic screen control. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to play very fundamentally sound. Trying to bait, trying to whiff punish, trying to anti-air. Do all the little basic sound, you know, neutral heavy things that you're supposed to do. And just by me doing the basic stuff with Sub-Zero, I'm able to trounce people. Now, I'm not saying that I would be able to do all of this exact same stuff and have this level of success in like an Elder God. That's not the case I'm making. But what I am saying is, with a fundamental knowledge of the game, just playing basic Tim Duncan-esque fundamentals, you can do well with any character in this game. So even characters that are low tier are still pretty decent, because basic fighting game fundamentals will carry you very far with anyone in the game. So for people to sit here and point out, oh, Sub-Zero's not a bad character. No shit. I've never thought he was a bad character. I don't make the argument that he's a bad character. Or for some people to sit there and say, you should get better. You just want easy wins. Bitch, I'm getting easy wins already. Getting the wins is not the problem. I can get wins with Sub-Zero. Getting wins is not the issue whatsoever. As a matter of fact, interestingly enough, I'm doing better with Sub-Zero in Combat League than I am with Cyrax. Let that sink in. The character I've been comparing Sub-Zero to, the character who is higher up on the tier list than Sub, the character that's giving people so much grief right now because of her, you know, bomb loops and all that. I'm doing much better with a character that's supposed to be worse than her than I am with Sub-Zero. Or I'm doing better with Sub-Zero than I am with Cyrax is what I mean to say. Because Sub-Zero controls the screen better than Cyrax does. You know what I'm saying? So let that sink in. But even with everything that I just said, people don't know how to fight against Sub-Zero. And their lack of knowledge in how to fight against Sub-Zero contributes to the opinions that they have of him. You have people running around saying, oh, he's spamming clone all day. He's spamming clone. He can't spam clone in this game. Ice Clone has a 5-second cooldown between uses. This is not Mortal Kombat X, where Sub-Zero literally could poop out an Ice Clone, throw it or break it, and then pull out another one. Like, you have to really time and be aware of when you can clone and when you can't as Sub-Zero. And so if Sub-Zero does a clone against you and you don't fall into it, after it's gone, you have 5 seconds to kill him, which this katana failed to do. This, of course, leads to people thinking that Katana's low tier, which she's not. She's a very strong fucking character, but he didn't use her correctly against Sub-Zero, and so it looks like she's just like trash or something. Now, actually, let me go back. Hold on. I want to look at that boy's record. Yeah, 41-38. Okay. I just wanted to see. So throughout this video, you'll notice that my record's worse than everybody that I fought here. You'll notice that. I actually really loved the way that this Freddy played Mileena. I was very impressed. Not because of the fancy combos or anything like that, but you'll note how, you know, fundamentally sound Freddy used Mileena. So Freddy, if you somehow get a hold of this video and you watch it, hey man, shout out to you, bro, because I really enjoyed playing against you and watching you, you know, play fundamentally and shit like that. I was very impressed with that shit. But also you have impeccable taste in Mileena, so oh, he dropped that. He ain't mean to do that though. He had unfortunate combo drops. And this guy was wireless too. That's the crazy part. Like, as a rule, I generally avoid playing wireless people like the plague. Like, if someone's wireless, I just decline them instantly, generally speaking. But this connection was actually pretty strong. So maybe I'll consider it in, you know, very niche cases like this one. But anyway, what happens is people don't know how to fight my character. They don't know how to fight Sub-Zero. And because they don't know how to fight him, they don't know what's real and what's not. When they hear someone like me talk about how Sub's Ice Clone's recovery is bad, all they hear is, Ice Clone is bad. Buff Ice Clone. Nigga, I didn't say Ice Clone was bad. I said the recovery was bad. Actually, that was a raw ass moment. Hold on. I just trip guarded the shit out of old boy. Love that shit. That's some Mortal Kombat X shit I was doing right there. You know what I'm saying? Gangsta shit. But anyway, so people hear that and they think I'm saying that the clone is bad. Motherfucker, when did I say clone was bad? Matter of fact, motherfucker, when did I say Sub-Zero was bad? I didn't make a ruling on Sub-Zero at all. And if I were to make a ruling, I'll say what I've always said. Sub-Zero can be a good character. He does become a good character, or decent character with Chameleon. So that stops him from being at the very bottom of the tier list, but it's only because of Chameleon that Sub-Zero's not the very worst character in the game. But as a base character, he is one of the worst. Probably the worst. And I know this is a team game, so there's no such thing as just playing as a base character, but here's the thing. The best character teams consist of the base character doing all of the work, or doing most of the work, and then the cameo chipping in whenever they can. Now, this pissed me off right here. Look at that shit. That pisses me off so much. This also leads me to some other, you know, idiosyncrasies with Sub-Zero in the corner, because a commenter of mine brought up a very good point about Sub-Zero doing combos with 2-1 in the corner. So those of us that play Sub-Zero know that when we jump up, we do the 2-1 air string and it carries us forward, right? In the corner, there's a glitch that causes Sub-Zero to appear in front of the opponent rather than behind, just very temporarily. But it's enough to where it can cause us to drop our combo if we're using Sub-Zero and we're trying to do 2-1 Ice Clone. It is very annoying. It's quite irritating. And I'll go ahead and call it a glitch or a bug, because I'm pretty sure NetherRealm didn't necessarily intend that. You know what I'm saying? Like, for us to be unnecessarily switching sides in the corner when we didn't ask to. Oh, he didn't mean to do that. He may not have even thought it was going to hit. But it is irritating, and it's, irritating enough to make me be very cognizant of which input I'm going to do. Because what winds up happening is when you corner or combo people near the corner, you have to decide whether you're going to do the regular ice clone input if you're far away, or if you've put them directly in the corner, you have to decide whether you're going to do the ice ball input. And if you put in the ice ball input and they're in the corner, the clone will come out instead, which is what we want. But it's fucked up that we have to go and use a whole nother different input for a move because the regular one doesn't work. Like, that doesn't make no fucking sense. Nobody else, as far as I know, has to deal with that. And so Sub-Zero does have some corner shenanigans that needs to be addressed as well, but I would prioritize the buffs that I laid out. But in any case, I really enjoy the way Freddy played his Mileena. It was a shame that he dropped many of his combos, but you can't drop combos against somebody like me. You can't do it because I will find a way to capitalize on that shit. But anyway. Oh. Just using my shit. But here's the thing. You'll notice that I almost exclusively play Sub-Zero Sareena. And the reason why I do that is several-fold. For one, Sareena allows him to combo from all of his footsie strings like 2-1. You'll see that I use 2-1 a lot as Sub-Zero. And I use it because that stand 2 has a shit ton of range for a 10 frame normal. You know what I'm saying? And if I connect it, because it's the easiest thing in the world to hit confirm with, I can connect it directly into Sareena and go into some very decent big boy meterless and metered damage, which is what Sub-Zero severely lacks. So that's the other reason why I use it. See, he was afraid of what would happen. You know what I'm saying? And so what happens is when I use 2-1, that's my footsie normal. But I have to use Sareena or some other cameo because Sub-Zero cannot go for 2-1 ice ball. Scorpion can go for 2-1 spear. Cyrax can go for 1-1 foam or 2-3 foam. Kitana can go for 1-1-4 into a cameo. Now, she can't do 1-1 fan lift for whatever perverse fucking reason, but she can do it in the corner. You know what I'm saying? Mileena can do 1-2 into ball roll. Even a character like Tanya can do 1-2 into drill kick or EX drill kick. You see what I'm getting at here? Like, all these other characters can use their footsie / jab string into a combo starting a special, whether that special is a projectile or some other move. I cannot believe that didn't hit. Oh, that was good as fuck. But notice what I was able to do. Right here. Whoop, into Sareena. You see that? Sub-Zero needs a cameo to combo from his mid without resource. Otherwise, he would have to spend meter. And that's all great when you're in the beginning of a round like this. But imagine if you imagine if you had just broke a combo. But then you open the opponent up and you get a hit confirm, if your cameo is gone and your meter is gone, you're just fucked. You can't combo from your mid. You can't. And that's a terrible position to be in because you can't even make the comeback. Whereas when a character like Cyrax, if she breaks a combo, any spare hit confirm she gets, she can hit confirm into foam and hit you for at least 33% into a bomb setup. That's the kind of shit I want for Sub-Zero too. And it's just wild to me that you have people that are really out here wanting to deny that basic premise. It's like,
no, Sub-Zero's fine. Oh, Sub-Zero doesn't need shit.
Like, you don't even use the nigga. If you believe that shit that you said, then you would be picking up Sub-Zero and you'd be playing the shit out of him against people. If you really thought Sub was fine, why don't you demonstrate that you think Sub is fine and start playing him? For real. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then also, as a non-Sub-Zero player, why the fuck are you even weighing in on the Sub-Zero conversation? It's like men weighing in on the abortion argument. Bitch, you're not a woman. Bitch, you don't have to bear no child. Bitch, you don't have to worry about being raped by one of your own family members, which that actually does happen to boys too, and then having to deal with the potential of being forced to have that motherfucker's child. You don't have to deal with that. You never have to deal with that. You don't have to worry about the changes to your body as a result of pregnancy and having to share your organs. Like, you don't have skin in this game at all. So given the fact that you don't have skin in the game and all you have is your opinion, what makes you think that your opinion matters more than the people who are stakeholders in this situation? Newsflash, your opinion doesn't matter more than the actual stakeholders. It just don't, because you're just not even qualified to have it. You don't have the basic knowledge. You don't have a command of the facts on the ground that allow you to even have the gravitas to speak. And a lot of y'all don't even have the gameplay. Truth be told. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I say y'all, I am not talking about my loyal and lovely subscribers and people that are watching. We play Sub-Zero. We understand what the fuck it is. I'm talking about them naysayers and shit. What the fuck? My wife back there bugging. She acting the goddamn fool. It's great. But anyway, like, I'm talking about them. Y'all know who I be talking about. Like, people that be in these comments that pop up seemingly out of nowhere. And they got shit to say. I'm like, my G, you don't play this character. Most of y'all do not play this character. And you're making terrible arguments with bad grammar and no logic. And you spout shit out of your ass and you hear things that people aren't saying. Who said this character is bad? I've said repeatedly that Sub-Zero is a decent character, particularly when he has Chameleon. Sub-Zero has good tools. Sub-Zero has every capacity to be a very good character in this game. But he's been gimped and restricted too much. So this is why someone like me is able to pick him up and whoop people with him. Because the character has good things. Wow, that was jank. What the fuck? Yo, son, how the fuck he hit me, but then the clone still froze him? Wow. I'm guessing maybe the clone froze him before he hit? I don't know. That was so damn dumb. So some of y'all are making really bad faith arguments using no logic whatsoever. And then on top of that, you're doing so with sentence fragments and run-on sentences, and you can't fucking spell even though we have autocorrect. And you can't punctuate, and you're using the wrong yours and theirs and all this bullshit. I'm like, my G. Bitch, if you ain't graduated, if you haven't graduated high school or secondary school or wherever the fuck, don't fucking talk to me, son. Like, and that doesn't, that's not to shame people that got their GED. No, I'm not doing that. Because there are GED students that are very educated people. They're very intelligent people. You know what I'm saying? And yes, there are people that are quite intelligent that can't spell, but typically there's a correlation between those that can't spell and those that can't think. So if you're out here misspelling shit, you know, I tend to believe that you might be a little simple-minded, my friend. Because one thing about fighting game players, the best players in the game are very intelligent people. They're well-spoken. They communicate very clearly and articulately. And they're able to, they're very much able to, I already used the word articulate. I didn't want to use it again, but I guess I'll say it again. They're very much able to articulate their thoughts in a very clear and concise manner. Now, sometimes I'm not concise. Like, this video is not concise, but everything that I'm saying, I can justify with logic and with reasons other than, oh, it's just my feelings. Or, oh, I'm annoyed, so I'm going to advocate against the thing because I'd be annoyed if he got it. Like, the fuck? Fuck your feelings, my friend. Seriously. Your feelings mean nothing. It's about if you go and make a claim, back it up with some fucking evidence. Or better yet, back it up with some facts. Somebody sat there and said, Geras is a terrible character. Geras might be low to mid tier. But we're not seeing Geras pop up in these tournaments for no fucking reason. People playing Geras for money are not doing so because he's somehow an abysmal character that can't fucking compete at the highest level. He definitely can compete at the highest level because he's done it. Now, granted, his cameos have consistently gotten nerfed. So as soon as he gets a little bit of traction, that's when his cameos get nerfed into oblivion. Wow. Did y'all see that? I told motherfuckers that Sub-Zero's ice clone gets punished. Watch this. I did down one clone. Shao Kahn was able to do stand 2 and poke me right out of it. And if he was better, it would have been a full combo punish. Now, as you can see, this person's having a hell of a time even getting to me in this neutral space. But by accident, he was somehow able to punish my ice clone with a normal. You see what I'm saying? And so if he can do that shit by accident, imagine what a pro player can do on purpose. Imagine what a decent player can do on purpose. You think that can't happen with Scorpion? Or Sindel? Or Katana? I know it can. Shit. But anyway. people don't know our character. They don't know how to fight our character. Most of them don't play our character. All they know is how they feel when they fight our character. And they feel irritated. They feel annoyed. They feel like we're spamming and hiding behind clone. And this triggers them. And in their triggered state, they make emotional ass comments that have nothing to do with what the fuck was said at all. And yeah, that just sort of comes with the territory. And so it's important that, you know, us sub players, we keep our eyes on the goddamn ball. You know what I'm saying? We gotta keep our eyes on the motherfucking ball. This person was actually on his microphone. Let me turn this shit up real quick. I want to hear what the fuck he was saying. That was dope. I still don't know what he said. Some of y'all need to get some better mics. Because how the fuck you going to sit there and talk shit on a microphone and you're not even more audible than the game itself? Actually, let me turn this shit down because it might be echoing. Yeah, but ooh, good punish. So interesting to see people using the shit out of Utara when before you could barely even see that character. Good tech, motherfucker. Look.
No way, it's just a bot.
Yeah, my boy was in autopilot mode. Let me show what happened. So I just did a clone, and I just knew. And even he knew he fucked up. Ooh, I ain't want to kill the boy, but yeah, people make emotional fucking comments about our character because they're triggered. Sub-Zero triggers people, and it causes them to misdiagnose him without playing him, and it's an interesting phenomenon. But it's also somewhat irritating, especially when, you know, we're trying to get our character fixed. Because contrary to unpopular belief, a character can be decent in this game and still require buffs. Ooh, that boy just got spaced out. Jesus Christ. I love that. I was just walking back. This is what DJT taught me. Ooh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Shit. Ooh.
Oh my god, I don't know how I'm letting all this happen. I'm like I'm not even thinking about myself right now.
I don't know what that boy said.
I'm not even
Damn, my boy ran into the clone. And I'm just doing my basic shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing nothing crazy.
oh my god. I
And
don't
you
know how
already
I'm
seen
letting
me
all
do
this
my
happen.
Christmas
I'm
clone
not
shit.
even thinking about myself right now.
Christmas clone on y'all niggas? Look at that. I ain't even have to. Look at that shit.
I'm not even thinking. I'm literally just like,
I thought I had to freeze him. I ain't have to freeze him. Let him freeze himself. I could have picked that shit up. Look at that.
holy crap.
I'm not even doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing crazy. I'm just literally. Ooh, I whiffed that shit though. I'm just playing patient, not doing nothing wild, just keeping it cool. Oh. See, he fucked up putting me full screen. Ooh. I thought I was gonna hit him. Ooh. See, in past MK games, something like that would have led to him getting frozen by the clone. Because that boy dove directly into the clone, but it went away. You see what I'm saying? Like, and I could have broke out of this. And by all rights, I should have broken out of this. Because this could have went very bad for me. Ooh, but I kept my cool. Yeah. So, yeah. Again, why did I make this video? I want to show motherfuckers that I know how to play my character. I want to show motherfuckers that I have no problem getting wins with my character. I want to show motherfuckers that the tech that I use works. You know what I'm saying? The tech that I've innovated, it works. I wouldn't have made a video if it didn't. And I want to show motherfuckers that this character still does need help, even though this video didn't really demonstrate it. And the reason why he needs help is because these are the only kinds of players that this character can consistently beat. People that don't understand the game. People that don't play their character correctly, sub punishes them for that. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else that actually knows how to play the game, people that understand shit, they punish this character badly. And he ain't even got to be making a mistake in order for that to happen. And that's what I want to change. All right? But with that being said, I appreciate you guys so much. Let me know how you feel down below. I'll catch y'all later. 1.